Good evening. This is Black Crow Walking, bringing you A Course of Love by Mari Perron. We are up to a time of learning in the time of Christ, part one. That's the second part of this book. It's broken up into 3 books, and we're up to A14. You are patient, loving, and kind. You have entered the time of tenderness. You begin to hear what you're feeling. You begin to hear what your feelings are saying to you without the interference and cautions of your thinking mind. You begin to trust, and as you begin to trust, you begin to extend who you are. True giving and receiving as one begins to take place. You have entered holy relationship. The task of facilitating of such meetings of open hearts is to direct the reader away from ego mind and back to the wholeheartedness to Christ mind. How do you feel? Is a more appropriate question than what do you think? The sharing of experience is more appropriate than the sharing of interpretation. The sharing of process is more appropriate than the sharing of outcome. The sharing of process is more appropriate than the sharing of outcome. I had to read that twice. Facilitators who keep readers from attempting one correct interpretation as the only correct interpretation is that which comes from each reader's own internal guidance system. That's the best interpretation. Group attendees will find themselves feeling less competitive or interested in asserting their beliefs as it becomes clear to them that unlike in other learning situations, there is no correct answer or specific set of beliefs to be adopted. The student begins to move beyond the need for shared beliefs to personal convictions and authority. Can students be misguided? Is there, in other words, perhaps no right answers or correct interpretations, but wrong answers and incorrect interpretations? This is a matter of unity versus separation. Rather than a matter of right and wrong, or unity and relationship, each is not only capable, but will inevitably receive the answer and come to the understanding of interpretation that is right for them. Those who do not enter unity and relationship cannot be helped, fixed, or shown the inaccuracies of these perceptions. These perceptions will remain true for them because their minds have told them that they are true, and their belief in the supremacy of the mind has temporarily overridden the openness of their hearts. The need for some to remain within the teaching and learning situations of right and wrong answers will be strong. Many will not be dissuaded from the logic that tells them they must work hard to attain anything of value. Let me be clear. The seeming lack of difficulty in this course is where all difficulty lies. To give up difficulty for ease is more than some egos are willing to accept. To give up effort for receptivity is more than some can accept. Why? Because it is too difficult. It goes against all you have learned and the nature of reality in which the mind has functioned. It turns to the heart. We seek to bypass this difficulty as much as possible, but each will feel it to some degree. The precise degree to which they are capable of giving up reliance on what they but think has worked for them in the past. The way of the heart is the way of the time of Christ. The time of Holy Spirit has passed. The time of intermediary is over. The greatest intermediary of all has been the mind. It has stood between you and your own inner knowing, caught in a dream of perception. Collectively and individually, you have come to a level of frustration with what can be taught that has exceeded its limits. Your readiness is felt as impatience. Many can ride the wave of this impatience to a new way. Others need to battle against it a while longer. For those ready for a new way, the time of battles has ended. They care to engage in no more debates, care not to be proven right or wrong, care not to hear the evidence for this approaches or that. They have grown weary of the ways of the mind. They are ready to come home to the ways of the heart. How beautiful is that? Coming home to the ways of the heart and just not doing the mind thing. This egoic mind has held us in separation, right, wrong, good, bad, for too long. Let's enter the next stage of truly being present with our feelings and our heart, and knowing the truth of who we are, this internal teacher. We don't need an intermediary anymore. We don't need someone to tell us what to think and feel. We can do that for ourselves. Welcome to the time of Christ. Christ consciousness, at any rate. Good night.